What's going on, everybody, and what's going on, folks? My name is David, and I'm your legendary host of this legendary podcast, the D-constructing Topic podcast, where we grab a topic, we deconstruct it the D way. But you know what? After all said and done, this beautiful podcast is all about saving the mind, because saving the mind is saving a life. And I'm just going to be straight up off the cuff here, not word by word, but this is something where someone very endearing to me long time ago kind of told me, hey, David, you kind of remind me of the wolf here. You know what I mean? And I apologize if we do have some little noise in the background. If we do, they're doing some construction here next house to me. So, hey, listen, we make it nothing stop us. Nothing should stop us, because we right here just boom. And let me just once again, I give you something that someone told me, and it's going to lead to what this podcast and this episode is going to be. Let's get it. So, a tiger is powerful, a lion is fear, but you won't find a wolf in a circus. Strength isn't just about power, it's about freedom. And let's get in. That's how we start this legendary podcast. I want to introduce people out there to the world. And listen, we could all come from different backgrounds, tradition, religion, so on and so forth. But one thing that we can agree, how important animals have been into humanity, into the progress, regardless of what it is. But sometimes there are times that we do need guidance. And hey, listen, sometimes we kind of go and tune into certain animals. And that was the wolf. And today we are talking about the wolf. And the reason why being that I was called a wolfman a long time ago. I think I got a couple of people who have me in their phone as the wolfman. Ow! Let's go. But we make it happen. Well, I say ow, but it's supposed to be, ooh, maybe that's my best wolf I could do. Hey, listen, you know, I want my voice. I want to reserve my voice so I could be able to do that podcast. Hit the like button. If you're already kind of like feeling like, wait a minute, a tiger is powerful. A lion is fear. And you see, you would never see the wolf in a circus because it cannot be tamed. A wolf thinks on its own. And one of the things why I was told is that I always feed the vibe, and I tell people that I've done things for the most part all on my own. So now often we see the wolf as a guy. And once again, I'm introducing this to everybody in a sense that if you're out there listening to this, and now you're in August, my understanding is that the lion is the animal spirit for those people born in August or around this time, and the wolf be in November in some parts, could be a snake, whatever. But hey, we get it because the wolf is something that I resonated for a long time ago for some reason. And one of the symbols in regards to the wolf, when people think of a wolf, they kind of, they imagine a mysterious, wild kind of thing. But hey, the wolf is a little bit, though, the wolf trait's a little bit more different, because the wolf, it's like a guide for those who trust your instincts. And a wolf's instinct is crazy because, keep in mind, it's this. Have you heard of the term lone wolf? And that's what separates the wolf than from a lion and a tiger. You see, a wolf could be alone. Now, obviously, a wolf, when they're part of a wolf pack, they're stronger. They work together, looking for their next meal, looking to survive. But a lone wolf, and that's where I get that perception of when this individual said, you remind me of a wolf, man. You're just different, independent. And it's always that thing where, the person was telling me, you just trust your inner voice, your gut instinct. And when the wolf is lone, they basically have to trust their instinct. They have to trust that little intuition that they have. One of the things that, with the wolf, they independent and they love freedom. That's why, again, you have the lone wolf and you have these wolf that travel in packs. And one of the symbols that is associated with the wolf is basically that freedom. Again, a lot of people see wolves and see them in wolf packs. It's always that thing. Absolutely. The wolf, it teaches the balance between standing confidently on your own and maintaining a meaningful connection with others. What does that say about the wolf? The wolf is like, okay, are you being true to yourself? Hey, I tend to kind of, how can I say, if you guys have listened to my podcast previously or see I'm on YouTube, I'm all over the place, Spotify, Apple, and all that. And one thing that I want to lean towards to teach us that, hey, listen, in order for us to level up to the next phase of our life, we can't be 1 foot in and 1 foot out. So, that's that kind of trait that a wolf has. That, yeah, listen, either I'm alone or in a pack, no in between. A lone wolf, is loyal. They care for each other. They create family bonds, loyalty, and teamwork. And that's one thing. Even at work, even outside of work, even when I do events, it's one of the things that teamwork. And they become protected of the loved one and the special people that's around. Even though the wolf, and hey, listen, even though the wolf tends to be in these wolf packs, sometimes it would isolate themselves. Maybe they did something wrong in that wolf pack. Again, we as a wolf pack are hunting. My job was to make sure that whatever, animal, hey, listen, I'm just going to put myself here, take one for the team, make sure that animal falls so we could just, start. But then if I didn't do my job, the wolf becomes isolated. And they know that. And I've seen myself feeling like that way for years. Or, for always. That if I feel like I let somebody down, I isolate myself. Even myself. That if I let myself down, I'm like, okay, hold on. The wolves are like survival. Whether they endure, these winters, these hunts that sometimes, whatever it is, these environments, the wolf is courageous. It doesn't stop. I mean, I've, read stories of wolves going for their hunt and even dying catching their hunt, but they just don't stop. It kind of reminds us that, when you are courageous, then it comes in especially in difficult times, then it comes with something there. There's many cultures, that kind of have held these wolves in high regard. The native traditions, the wolf, it's like a teacher and a pathfinder, representing that wisdom, that guidance. And that's basically what I've become. And that's, if you listen to my podcast, and I'm pretty sure that you are subscribed. If you have not subscribed, and this is the first time, the second time, please hit that subscribe button. That would help me a lot. But the fact that, the wolf is very powerful and is very connected with certain things in regards to that wisdom. Because, again, in my podcast, there's one thing. I want to install wisdom to people. I was upset in my podcast. When you listen to it, I'm just not only saving a mind, but I'm saving a life. That's right. One of the traits that the wolf spirit had, is sharp intelligence. It has appetite for freedom. It has determination and leadership, community and connection. See, those are the things that, that person and some people's like, wow, indeed. I think it's more or less relates how I can and survive, let's say, alone. Done many things alone on my own. But once I get connected, and that's why I'm doing this episode, is because I'm letting the word out there that I need a pack. And I need to be surrounded by people. And not only am I, I know that some people, they got the alpha wolf, which is the leader of the pack, right? And I want to say, hey, listen, I could apply for an alpha, but I could also be in that pack. And it's like, okay, what can we do together? And it's that little appetite for freedom as well. It's like, if you listen to certain of my previous podcasts, is that when it comes to certain things, I think on my own. I think independent. And it's that appetite for freedom. I guess that's the reason why I'm an advocate of the independence of Puerto Rico. Let's go. But the fact that, with freedom, you could do so much. Even if certain things that fail, but at least you're not restricted to just that one path. And that's the thing about the wolf. See, the wolf creates different paths. And they'll go back to that path and see, oh, this is where I found this at. This is where I found my meal before. So that's why they adapt. So that if they didn't, they'll create another path. They adapt to that path. So that's why, my folks out there that are listening, my legendary folks that are listening out there, it's why I resonate to the wolf. Let's go. Probably going to, hopefully, once I edit this, maybe I'll add some little wolf things going on. But hey, listen, it is what it is. Because sometimes I always say my own soundboard is my voice. And I hope that you find this very entertaining and very, how can I say, you learn something from it. Because this is not just listening to a podcast or a podcast episode, but you're being educated and you're taking wisdom. And this is a guidance to guide people. Your little intuition. That's why your little intuition says, you know what, I got to spread this message. Let me know in the comment. If feel free to reach out to me on my email. Let me know what animal you resonate. Again, I'm not going to try. I'll take it back. I'm going to make sure that on a monthly basis, I bring some of these guidance, because every time, every month, every day, we definitely need guidance in this life, in this world. Because as a wolf would say, we only have each other. You know what I mean? So you let me know. Feel free to reach out to me. I want to say that, hey, it means a lot. And, to value the freedom, to have loyalty, to learn through your experience, to seek wisdom and personal growth in regards to the wolf and yourself and us as humans. That's what I always say. Let's make it happen. So the wolf is just more than just a symbol of oneness. It represents this balance between independence, connection, instinct, wisdom, strength, companionship, compassion. And always remember, trust yourself. If you are aiming for something and you say, I'm in a journey, I'm in a mission, honor that. Finish that. Remember, the true strength comes from knowing who you are. And that's what basically we're all about. Thank you for listening here to this beautiful spirit of the wild, the wolf, on the Deconstructing Topic podcast. Next time, let's make it happen. Let's stay connected. And let's keep exploring the wisdom that nature has to offer. All right, I'm out of here. Peace. I'm out.